Yeah, hi people. I haven't made a video in a while, but that's pretty much because I have a life and I'll make videos when I goddamn want, alright? Anyways, moving off that subject. Yeah, I'm just gonna be doing some tutorials for Paint.net. I have a few people asking me how to use it and stuff. Of course, I won't be telling you everything I know because I don't want you getting better than me. Um, Nah, it's alright. But yeah, in this tutorial we'll just be covering basics like tools and layers and yeah, a few little things. Anyways, starting off we have our rectangular select tool here, so you can select certain things, and here we have move selected pixels, so it can move around. Um, Here we have lasso select, so you can select specific shapes. I've never used that. Oh, actually I lie. Move selection, it's pretty much the same thing as move pixels. I don't know why they have both in there. Here's the ellipse select, circular select, zoom. I don't use this. Left clicking, zoom in, right click, zoom out. I just use control and the mouse wheel. Um, Magic wand select. We'll move into that in other tutorials. Panning, if your image is really big, you can pan around as you can see the scroll bars moving around. Paint bucket tool, everyone knows what that does unless you're an idiot. Gradients, stuff like that. You have your linear reflected, sphere, no radial, my bad, and conical. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then you've got these two here, and I'll move on to those in other tutorials. Here you have your paint brush tool, and your eraser. You can make your eraser bigger by coming up to brush width, or I just hold down control and use, I think it's bracket, to make it bigger, but whatever works for you. Pencil tool, oh wait, my bad, there, pencil tool. Uh, Color picker, so if you wanted to get a certain color. Clone stamp tool, we'll move on to that in another tutorial. Recolor, so make your blues reds if you want, your blacks, whites, whatever. Um, Text, line and curve. How you use this is you draw a line. Oh, that's a bit big. We'll just resize it. That'll do. And you'll end up with these like two little nodes. You can grab the nodes and make it curvy. But if you draw a line and hold down, I think it's shift. No, hold on. Ah, hold down control and right click instead of left clicking. It just gives it more curvature and won't let you do weird shapes and get all distorted. And then you have your normal rectangle drawing tools and stuff, but you can customize that in a way with things up here. Draw shape outline, draw your filled shape, and draw your filled shape with an outline. So yeah, stuff like that. Now moving on to colors. um, Here you've got your very basic color palette. You've got your primary and secondary colors. You can use a little drop down box to move in between them. Otherwise you can use this little swap colors thing to make, say if you wanted white as your primary color, so that's just for quick swapping between colors. Otherwise you've got this to change your defaults back to black and white. So yeah, if you want to get more advanced with your colors, you click on more and you can change your RGB values. You can get your hex code. I found that pretty useful for website design. um, yeah, your saturation and all that, and your transparency, which I use a lot. um, so yeah, we've got that, and now moving on to layers, which some people seem to get confused with. Alright, here we've got our background, which is a nice linear reflected gradient. Um, Say if I was to be working on something, I'll draw something here, and then I suddenly make a mistake or it's not in the right spot or something. Usually I'd have to go all the way back. But with layers, you just make a new layer, draw whatever it is on top, uh, um, and say if it's not in the right spot, you can either select what you want to move, like that, or you can just move selected pixels or move selection tool without actually selecting anything, and it'll actually move the whole thing around. So that's pretty good without actually affecting the background. And also you have, if you double click on a layer, it'll come up with your layer properties. You can name the layer for easy organizing. You can make it visible or not visible. You can change the opacity or transparency. And then you've got your different blending modes. These work differently with certain colors and all that. We'll be using a lot of this stuff in later tutorials. So yeah, that's pretty much the basics. Also effects. I have a lot of effects. You won't have these if you're just running a paint.net without effects. If any of my tutorials require a effect and you don't have it, I'll post a download link with the tutorial, so you don't have to worry about anything like that. But with my tutorials, I'll try be making it as vanillapaint.net friendly as possible. So anyway, this is the end of this shitty ass tutorial, and yeah, leave some comments, subscribe. Yeah, if you want me to do a tutorial on something that you've seen, I'll try to see if I can find a way to do it. But yeah, stay tuned.